Hey Wayne, so following up from the first video that we did, on the first video we looked at how to
Yes.
register on MetaTrade, and now we're going to look at how to register on the broker, Harlequin European broker. So
Perfect.
I think you're going to uh, show us the process, and then I will also share my Harlequin back office, so I can show you after a few weeks how it looks.
That's fantastic. And hi guys, this is Wayne, the DeFi boss. I'm here in the Caribbean. Well, not really. This is the background of where I grew up in the islands of St. Vincent. You're more than welcome to come anytime you want. Today we're going to focus on how you will probably end up in the Caribbean. Think about this, guys, with your laptop, and you're on that beach and you're just checking your back office and enjoying your retirement, even if you're just 21. So let's go, Jerome, and show people how you could probably end up with a yacht in a background like this just by being part of our program. So we're going to get right into it, and we're going to show you the steps. So Jerome, if you sent me a link after, of course, you got the license, now is the next step to sign up with Harlequin. So I'm just going to kill my video for now, and then we will continue.
Yep.
So the next step, Jerome, would be what? I would receive an email from
You
you.
would receive an email, you would go to your email and you would receive an email and you would click on it.
Okay. All right, so
And
let me do that visually so everyone can see. So I think I'll share my screen and we can record that. So let me click on share
oh,
and
you're sharing already.
oh, I'm sharing already. Okay,
Yep.
perfect. All right, excellent. Not a problem. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna go right to it. And here is what it looks like. I'm gonna go to the email just to simulate the process. So here would be a link, something like this. Somebody sent it to you, and you just have to click on it, whether they send it to you by email, text message, WhatsApp, whatever method they send it to you, just simply click on the link, and then it will take you to a sign up page that looks like this. Now, in this particular case, it's translating from French to English, which is great. So you say translate, and then it just gives you a total view of what that page looks like. Very, very simple and easy to do, guys. And I went through the process already. So here you fill in your email address. Of course, you click on go on in this case. Then you put your first name and last name. You put your phone number. Okay, and that would be your cell phone number. You create a password. Now it's going to ask you that when you're creating the password that you should include a capital letter, also a number or special character as well. And it must be at least 8 characters long minimum. So you should write it down before you start creating the password. And of course, you want to make sure you have it. The sponsorship and everything would already be embedded in the link so that you don't have to worry about that much. Then you have finalization and you're complete. So they're going to send you an email, and what you need to do is to verify your email. So for those of you who are watching us on our media, whether that's on Go Live platform or YouTube or some other media, you can simply scan this QR code right here, guys, with your phone, and it would allow you to download the app, okay, that looks very similar to this that you can log in. So let's say that you did all that, you've registered, then the next step after you've created would be to log into your back office with Harlequin. So I'm just going to go over here and click on it, and it's going to look like this when you first log in, okay, after you verified your email, etc. So the first thing you would probably be looking at is, hey, where is my name? Where is my link? I don't see anything. It just looks blank. Well, the first thing is to go to the top right here. And if you click on this little drop down, you're going to see that this account needs to be verified. And what they mean by that is you need to send in your KYC, which is you upload your identification, whether that's a driver's license or a passport or whatever you're using, and also your proof of address. And preferably by PDF. That would be an easy way, but I'm pretty sure they probably accept JPEG or something like that. But once you put it up and you give them an opportunity to review it, then when you come back in here, it will tell you that the account is verified. Is that true, Jerome?
That is actually correct. JPEG, yeah, file or PDF. Yes.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, so once that's done and it's verified, so now it would be time to deposit funds. Now, guys, this is an actual live trading account. And if you look right here, you're going to see some of the market information right below here. It says S&P 500. And as you can see, this is live as of today's date, which is 2023 1004. So you see the NASDAQ, the Dow, it even has Bitcoin, right? You have Bitcoin right here. This is the low, this is the high for the day so far. Apple, gold, you see the British pound against the dollar. So we simply call it the pound dollar, which means the pound against the dollar. And of course, you'd be able to see other things right here. Now, you may want to know how to navigate through this a little bit, guys. So right at the bottom here is very, very important, is where you're going to have your tabs right at the bottom right here. Now, if you don't like the light background, you want to change it to a dark mode, simply click on that moon and it will instantly be changed into this dark mode that you see if you like that particular color scheme. If you don't, just simply click on the daylight and it comes back to light. Here is your settings tab, and here you will have other information. Now, at this point, Jerome, would you like to perhaps share your back office, since you're populated already, and
Yeah,
maybe a
absolutely.
little bit about
And I'll give a little tour. Yes. So this is my back office. Here is my name, and I did verify my account. Here you home. I'm home. So I've got my wallets, my asset under management. So I bought 3 shares, and I can click on manage my asset, and I can see I'm invested in 4 trading investment. That's the investment fund we are recommending. It's actually the top of the top 10 of Harlequin. So it's a brand new fund which started well yesterday, and it's got €500,000 on it, and it's a very, very volatile market, and it's just starting. As you can see, it was set up on the 26th of September and started trading today. So one day of trade. So let's see how it's performing during this month of October. When you click on fund, you can actually see all the different the different funds. If you want to see your how to bring money, how to withdraw money, if you want to access your link, this is where the magic happens. Now, I'm just going to yeah. So here, deposit fund. When you click on it, you can deposit with your bank card. It's instantaneous, and you can bring in up to €5,000. Okay. If you want to transfer over €5,000, you can do a bank transfer. You need to know at this stage that if you want to transfer over 5,000, some clients have sent 50,000, 100,000. We know a client is bringing €1 million, 1 million, and they go through the decentralized bank in Luxembourg that the CEO of Harlequin has set up. So it can be for small and large purse, let's put it this way. And there is a solution to transfer money, whatever the quantity, to Harlequin and get that money traded. Okay. You can bring crypto as well. And on crypto and bank card, there's 1% fee applied. When you want to withdraw, you can withdraw crypto in crypto, and you can withdraw fiat in fiat, and you just put your your IBAN, and the money, it comes within hours, and there's no fees. Okay, very important. There's no fee on withdrawal. And here, introducing broker dashboard, that's where you have your link. So it's just going to appear slow. Here we go. So here is my link. So you can click on the little copy icon, and it's copied, and you can send it by text, Telegram, WhatsApp, email, whatever. And here you basically have the list of referral. You can do it by revenue or P&L or deposit. Sorry. And so it's brand new. We've started that only a few weeks ago. And here you can see the revenue, the P&L from the trade on their fund, and the revenue that we get from the profit sharing. So the profit sharing is paid on the broker website. It's pennies to start with, but it's basically a lot of money as more clients bringing. So those people just join, and bit by bit they are transferring their fund, and you can get basically profit sharing on 10 generation, which is very, very interesting. That's passive income. It's just a profit sharing from the trading. So that's Wayne. That's all. That is
Yes.
just to give an overview.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, if you keep it right there for a moment, I'm just going to ask you a few questions so people
Yes.
who are watching can understand exactly what you just said, because I know some people at this point, they're thinking, huh, what? What did you just say? But I'll break it down in a minute, because I'm a trader as well. I'm a retail trader, so I know exactly how these funds are allocated. So let's start with the very top of the dashboard, Jerome. So we see here that the total is 307. So you started with 300, let's call it euros, or 300 euros at the moment. So in the time that it's been available or traded, you've got a profit. I see there 0.26 cents. Is that correct?
Yeah, the trading started today. So
Okay.
and because they've been it's a new fund, so the shares are 100. I brought in 310 euro,
Uh-huh.
and the share is at 100. So that's basically the difference. 694 is in liquidity. I could,
Yes.
but there's no share at 6 euros, so it's there in liquidity. And the profit and loss, P&L, profit and loss, shows that in a day I got 26 cents out of my $300, 300 euro share that is being traded.
Great. So just for clarification for the people who are watching this and maybe trying to understand those numbers, liquidity refers to what exactly?
It's
For the layperson
it's
who's
the
looking.
money you have at the broker that is not involved in any fund.
Okay, so
So when
that's
you
what's
bring the
available.
money, when I brought 310 euro, it was under liquidity.
Okay,
And then when I bought 3 shares at 100 euro each, the liquidity decreased to the difference. And yeah, and if I
so
go here on fund, and I put 4 here, and that is the fund. We can see that there are 5,420 shares in circulation, and it was, when I bought it, it was $100. It's now 100.09. Perhaps an extrapolating, just to give an example, in a month's time. So today is the October 4th. Maybe in a month's time, the share could be at 105 or 110, which means that within a month, the trader would have yielded 5 or 10%. Yeah,
okay,
which would be and so today, as a first day of trading in a very unstable market, for any trader, retail or institutionalized. It's yeah, it's the first day, and the guy is trading on Forex and day trading, so he's scalping,
Yes.
so he's in and out. And
Mm-hmm.
scalp trading is like, like the Indian, scalp to take the cream of any trade. So they are in and out. It can
Yes.
be the maximum will be 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So they're not engaged in long-term trading, not at all. They are scalping. It's what we call day trading of
Yes.
commodities and forex pairs.
Yes.
So euro, dollar, or dollar, pound, etc. And they are
Yeah.
basically depending on signals, depending on well, they've been doing it for 20 years for banks, so
Yes.
they know exactly, and it's low risk. They the the way they work, and they are given a frame of work that they cannot go over
Yeah.
5% risk. So the
Okay. So
drawdown.
yes, before we go into that, because as a trader, I understand exactly what you're saying. A lot of people may not quite understand the terminology. So in trading, let's say, for example, it's the Forex and we're trading the pound dollar. As a trader, if I'm scalping that market, it means I'm looking for opportunity minute by minute throughout the session that I'm trading. And what I'm looking for is a change in the price value. So as a trader, if I see that I can grab 10 pips or whatever amount, I'm in for 2, 3 minutes and I'm out with profit. So that's called scalping.
Yep.
It's the ability to go in and out of the market very quickly. Now, before we get into a little bit more details in that, would like to go back to the top of the page where you are right now, just so that people understand. So let's say as a new client, let's say you referred me and I'm a new client, and I transferred 11,000 euros.
Mhm.
Okay, just to make it simple math.
Yep.
And of that, I only put in $10,000 into one of those funds.
Yep.
Then the liquidity would show 1,000 available. That means that those funds are there in my account and it's not doing anything at the moment, but I can transfer it to something else. Is that correct?
That is correct. If you see, let's see any of those funds. If we wanted to see more of TNT dynamic, we don't recommend this one, but you can see that the client is totally in control and could actually. So the profile is high risk. So maybe I want conservative. They're high risk, but look at that, it's crazy the loss.
Yeah.
So no, I don't want to. So I'm not going to click on that fund, invest in the fund. I don't
Mhm.
want to click. So maybe I want to go and to see another one. Um, I don't know. The
So
you just decide on a fund, and you click on what you want. Uh,
yes.
and you basically click on this, and you say quantity. Well, I don't know. I want one quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the share is 110 euro.
Okay.
So if you had on your example of 1,000 in liquidity, well, you could say that I want to put half of my liquidity into that fund. So I put
Yes.
five, and that's slightly above half, and you could click invest.
Ah, I see.
So you can
Very.
bet you are in total control of your money. And of course, we do recommend some funds who are doing better than others. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if you look at here, Felipe Camero is the number one, and that's actually the fund we are recommending.
Yes.
But the client could just do whatever they want,
Yes.
um, because this is the beauty, freedom.
So does that mean that when our clients have access through us, then they can put it into any fund that's on the platform at their choice and they're choosing at any time?
Exactly. We
Okay.
recommend a trader, like we recommend Felipe Camero because we know him and he has the biggest. If you look at the different funds, Felipe has 500,000 to play with. So
Okay.
yes, it may be, you know,
Let's click on the Felipe's profile so we can have a quick look while we're doing the video, and we can see his fund.
we go here and we go four, and that is Felipe. And so we can see that it's got a liquidity value of 542,000 euro. So of nearly $600,000 US. And the share is slightly increasing. They're doing number of shares, and he made $473 profit today. But again, last month, just to give, the market was slightly better. Last Thursday was quite crazy. But for instance, to give you an idea, in July, the traders we recommend provided 11% yield. In August and September, it was above 15, 1.5.
Okay.
So it was quite impressive. But let's be conservative. Anything north of 5% this month in a very challenging market will be absolutely brilliant.
Okay,
We shall see.
100%. Yeah. So let me ask you some questions before you move on. Let's go back to Felipe for a minute. We're just going to follow the the thought pattern all the way through. If we go back to Felipe's fund for a second, which is right here.
Yeah.
Now let's say I'm interested, and I joined and I loaded up. I put again $11,000 into the account. I allocate $10,000 to Felipe's fund. And Felipe starts to, let's say, trade it, or because it's connected. And then I'm up, let's say 10%. I just want to use some very simple numbers so anyone can calculate. So 10% on $10,000 would be $1,000.
Yeah.
At that point, am I able to withdraw my $1,000 or any part of it? Can I put that to the liquidity side so it's
absolutely.
no longer in the market?
Yeah. You can withdraw. So I'm sorry, guys. My computer wants to translate in Dutch. I do not speak Dutch. I would love that to be English, but I don't know how to do it. But retirer, it means withdraw, and you can basically withdraw. I would have 3, and I would be able to withdraw into liquidity. Because here you withdraw to the liquidity, and then you go to settings to withdraw to your bank account.
Okay? Perfect. That's great.
So here you invest and you withdraw to and from the fund you have chosen to invest in. And it goes back to your liquidity.
That is great. At which point you can withdraw it. That is fantastic.
Let's do it for so if I do 3, because I've got 3 shares, I withdraw, transfer in progress. Here we go. Oh, the cent. Look at that. My liquidity is now 306.
Very interesting.
Okay. And now I want to invest in the fund, and I go 3 because I've got 306, so 300, and I invest. Transfer in progress, et voila. My liquidity is down to 694 because I have 300 being traded in the fund.
So you can do this at will anytime you wish.
The client is in total control of his money, and that is the key for this concept. We do recommend some traders, but the client is totally in control.
Okay, great. So while we're on that subject, I have another question. Well, it's more of a follow-up. So we want to make this as informative as possible, so anyone looking at this, even for the first time, can understand the basic math. So let's say I'm a high net worth client, and I have $100,000 in this fund that I put in, and I've gained my, 10%, which is a $10,000. Again, very easy math.
Yep.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about how Jean-Marc has the system with us set up where if the client had $100,000 in, and with the safeguards that we put in place, if the market was to, we call it a correction in the market, but let's say the market went down severely, would that, I call it a hard stop. It means the computer will instantly say, okay, 5% of the fund, which is 100,000, and 5% would be 5,000. If for some reason the market drops severely, then get me out with only 5,000 maximum possible loss. Can you explain that a little bit?
It's exactly, and we have a true case scenario because the market went down dramatically and very quickly on last Thursday. That was the 28th of September 2023. The gold and the commodity market went down within half an hour. And thank God that the system rely on human being and their brain and their reactivity. They were able to stop the trade. We know other system will rely on artificial intelligence and bots. They could not, they lost a lot more money. Some of them lost all their funds. So because we rely on human being and their expertise, those people went through 2008, 2008 crash. So they have the experience of working for banks, working for institutions. Now, Jean-Marc Loger, the CEO of MetaTrade, a marketing company who recommend investment, but the client is the king, the clients decide to do or not to do, decided that on top of the conservative trading that Felipe and Mr. Shraji are doing, he would make an additional layer of security. And by contract, those two gentlemen are not allowed to go below or above, 5% risk. On Thursday, in half an hour, it was crazy. The market dropped highly and they stopped the trade. They went slightly higher, 5.67%. MetaTrade company, who has a safety fund, has reimbursed the 0.67% to all clients. And so we know when we join MetaTrade and the broker, Harlequin, and the trader that they do recommend, which are, again, top of, in terms of yield, they are the best, that the maximum risk is 5%.
Yes.
But of course, we are, with this new fund, starting at 100, we are like the people who started in June. You see, MetaTrade started in June, and the share was 100. In 3 months, the share went to 136. That's 36% yield.
Yes.
And some people were able to basically, withdraw and their liquidity. So yes. It's not, there is a high chance of profit, but there is also a chance of risk, but the risk is limited
to 5%.
To 5%. And that's very, very important.
It is excellent and very, very, as you say, very important. And that's great to know that this system is set up. Guys, before we continue, I must say that we are not financial advisors and we are not giving you financial advice. MetaTrade is set up as a marketing company that simply can refer clients. And you definitely don't have to refer anybody. If you're a client, you can simply participate in this. Obviously, you would have heard about it from one of us, somebody who is already in and can share it with you. And you can then go through the registration process that we just saw. where you are signing up directly to the broker. And it is also important to understand that, let's say that Jerome referred me and I was a high net worth client and I put in 100,000. Doesn't matter whether it's $100 or 100,000. I'm just using that for simple mathematical purposes. Now, that $100,000 of my money that I put into the trading account, Jerome does not make any money from that whatsoever. That's 100% of the funds that that you put in. No commissions is paid from that. Very important to understand. Okay, now we get a referral back. I call it a cash rebate, just to make it very easy to understand, from the broker. Okay, so whenever a broker trades your funds, whether it's $100 or $100,000, the broker charges a fee. And for simple math, let's say that that's $10 when you buy and $10 when you come out of it. So let's say $20. I'm just using it for simple logical mathematics. A portion of that broker's fee is returned back to us, i.e. the company that shared with us. I call it a cash rebate because it makes it very easy to understand with no confusion whatsoever. Okay, so the broker gives the company back that cash rebate, and then that is shared with us, as you can see on the list right here that Jerome is showing. So Jerome, if you would scroll that up just a little bit and explain exactly how the cash rebate works. And we just can use some examples. We see some numbers there. So you can just tell us a little bit about that.
So Marcel put 200 and today he had a profit of 17 cents. And the profit sharing that the broker is redistributing is 2 cents. So you imagine that with higher and nothing to do with affiliation. It's simply a profit sharing. It's a share of the profit that is actually redistributed. It's not usual, but it's actually very interesting when you refer people to a good plan, a trader that has done quite a few good results, and that is institutionalized. So that's the idea.
Yes.
And
Can you tell us, do you know the percentage that the broker rebates back to us? Do you have that number?
It's a 20%.
20%?
Over 10, yeah, 20%.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, guys, for every $100 worth of fees that the broker charges you when your account is traded, and let me just kind of give you an idea. In the trading world, let's say I'm trading the British pound against the American dollar. We call it the pound dollar. When the trader clicks on that button and he trades one full lot, as an example, one full lot equals $100,000. If your account is in euro, it would be 100,000 euros. So the trader clicks on that button, he's going to buy one lot of the pound dollar. And let's say he says, okay, it's going to go up, and he's correct. Then he earns the difference between the price he bought and the price he sold. Now the broker charges him or her a commission, right? Or fee, let's call it that, because in that case, it's a fee. So for every $100 worth of fees that the broker collects, he is going to give us back $20 of every 100 that he collects. And technically speaking, if he's trading 10 lots in one day, it's very easy to collect that $20 times 10, which would be $200. That $200 that the broker collects, again, he rebates us back 20% of that. That would be $40. And what you're looking at here, even though it looks like pennies, because as you can see, these accounts are very small with only $200. But if this was $200,000, then you just do the math. You multiply that, and then this would be very different in terms of what the numbers.
We will be able to do another video in a month's time because under some of the people listed here, big clients are coming, and we will be able to see what it represents on bigger numbers. But it's basically a pension scheme.
Exactly,
It's
exactly.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, so before we end the video, I want people to understand the mathematics and kind of make it simple. So how many levels deep are we able to get this cash rebate?
10.
10 levels. Okay, great. So let's just use simple math, guys. Simple math. Let's say on level 1, I had 10 clients or referral agents, whichever we call them. Doesn't really matter whether they're clients or whether they're actually what's actually called in the industry introducing brokers. Okay, so don't think that this is a multi-level scheme that we're talking about here. What we're talking about is something standard in the industry, and it's called an introducing broker. It means that if you introduce a client to a brokerage firm, they're going to compensate you. Okay, so this is nothing new in that sense. What's new is the fact that we're getting back that rebate and we're redistributing it. So let's say that on level 1, this is your directs, you had 10 people, okay, on that level 1. You are now going to be able to refer, let's say $1 times 10 people. That would allow you to literally pick up a commission based on, let's just put it at $1, just for easy math. So level 1 has 10, that's $1 times 10, that's $10. Level 2 has 10 times 10, that's 100. And as you can see, the multiplication would add up. That would add up significantly over a period of time, wouldn't it, Jerome?
Well, yeah, absolutely. As you can see on the screen, it's the 20% are shared under 10 levels. And I shared my screen with two cent today, but with a bit of depth of vision, we can definitely see that in 6 months or 12 months time, that will be that would look very, very different.
Very
Considering that this company is brand new, the marketing company is 3 months old, started in July 2023, and we are now on the 4th of October 2023 recording this video, and we are just touching some, approaching some very big clients who are looking to some um, profit north of 5%, which are conservative. They do not want high risk. And this is really echoing to a lot of people with money around the world. And that's why we are just getting started and getting some traction already with people with a few dollars, but also with people with larger wallets.
excellent, excellent. I think that's fantastic. Guys, that's what I call a retirement fund in 6 to 12 months. And who would not want to retire by sharing this information? Or we will talk about becoming a diamond in the next video all by yourself, how you can share in company profits. But guys, if you use a calculator and some very simple deduction, you could see that within 6 to 12 months, you could be hanging out with me right here in this little video. So Jerome, if you switch to my screen, actually, let me just share my screen for one more second while we end this. Okay, and I want you to guys, those of you who have dreamt about something like this for a long time, I'm telling you, it's here. I've been looking for something like this for the last 10 years since I've been trading on the foreign exchange market. And who would not like to hang out in a place like this? Jerome, I'm personally inviting you. Okay, I know you like sailing, and I know you would love to be in the Caribbean. This happens to be where I was born in St. Vincent and Grenadines. And this is actually Tobago Keys. It is a marine park, believe it or not. So you could take one of these catamarans and you can literally just hang out here all day with your laptop, logging into your back office and seeing how much money you've earned while you're lying literally on the beach or on one of these yachts. Wouldn't that be fantastic, Jerome?
That would be absolutely fantastic. And this is really the drive but not just for us, but to invite so many people to really turn around our fortune, especially for the last 3 years. It's been tough, to say the least. So it's time to help each other with a system that is legal, transparent, where the investor, small or large, is in total control of its money, and that is really the key.
Agreed, 100%. Well, thanks a lot, Jerome, for sharing this information with us. We're going to get it out there to everybody because everyone who is over the last 3 to 4 years or more been looking for something real. This is it, guys. Let's dig in, share it. If you don't want to share it, you could do it all by yourself, and we will discuss that in the next video. So for now, thank you, Jerome. Until we see you again in the next video. Have a great day. Those of you who are watching, great afternoon, wherever you are. Get in touch with the person that shared this video with you and get started like immediately, like yesterday. Okay, investigate it, do your due diligence, but absolutely participate.
Thank you very much, Wayne. Thank you, guys. Speak
Thanks
soon.
a lot, Jerome. Great.
Bye.